We gladly invite you to watch the English news on the Central Television Channel of Đồng Nai Province. October 22nd, the National Assembly listened to a report on the implementation of the state budget in 2024, the state budget estimate, the central budget allocation plan in 2025, and a 3-year state budget finance plan for 2025-2027. According to Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance Hồ Đức Phước, in 2024, the socio-economic situation will be affected by many domestic and foreign factors, especially weather, climate change, natural disasters, storms, and floods. In that context, with the efforts of the political system, the socio-economic development of state budget in 2024 will still achieve many positive results. The state budget revenue in 2024 is estimated to increase compared to the estimate assigned by the National Assembly. The Standing Committee of the Finance and Budget Committee proposed that the government follow more closely the resolutions on the state budget estimate in 2024 and the allocation of the central budget in 2024 of the National Assembly to evaluate and clearly report the results achieved according to the requirements of the resolution, as well as the shortcomings, limitations, completed and uncompleted tasks. Clearly point out subjective causes, responsibilities, and make specific proposals and recommendations. According to a survey of more than 30,500 enterprises by the Treasury Statistics Office, 42.2% of enterprises in the processing and manufacturing industry assessed that the trend of production and business activities in the fourth quarter will be better than in the third quarter. The balance indices of many factors such as new orders, labor use, and production volume are all forecast to grow in the last quarter of the year. The foreign direct investment FDI sector is forecast to achieve the most positive results, with the forecasted increase in production volume and new orders being the highest among the regions. According to the survey, more than 40% of enterprises believe that the production and business situation in the fourth quarter will be more stable than in the third quarter. However, there are still key factors causing difficulties in production and business activities of enterprises in the processing and manufacturing industry, which are low domestic market demand, increasing competition from domestic goods, and demand for goods in international markets that have not fully recovered. Focusing on removing bottlenecks for the Biên Hòa Vũng Tàu Expressway project Ring Road 3, Ho Chi Minh City, and key projects in Đồng Nai Province. This is the request of Vice Chairwoman of Đồng Nai Provincial People's Committee Nguyễn Thị Hoàng at the working session with the Provincial Traffic Construction Investment Project Management Board and departments. According to the Provincial Traffic Construction Investment Project Management Board, the unit is assigned to implement 22 projects, of which 2 projects have been completed, upgrading and expanding provincial roads 763 and 768. Of the total 22 projects, 9 are key and important national projects. In the past, the construction of these projects has encountered many difficulties due to lack of land, lack of filling materials, and lack of dumping sites. It is recommended that the Provincial People's Committee direct relevant units and localities to speed up the implementation of work to promote construction progress. At the meeting, Vice Chairwoman of the Đồng Nai Provincial People's Committee Nguyễn Thị Hoàng requested the Provincial Traffic Construction Investment Project Management Board to re-establish the progress of the Biên Hòa Vũng Tàu Expressway and Ring Road 3 Ho Chi Minh City projects. On the sidelines of the BRICS summit in Russia on October 22nd, President Vladimir Putin met with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, during which the Russian leader praised Moscow's strategic partnership with New Delhi. highlighting bilateral relations, President Putin stated, Russia-India relations have the character of a special strategic partnership and continue to develop actively. The Russian president hailed the BRICS summit as a diplomatic victory, showing that Western efforts to isolate Moscow over the Ukraine conflict had failed. This view was shared by Prime Minister Modi, who also congratulated the success of the BRICS because many countries are wanting to join the bloc, and affirmed, "We have been in touch with all parties on the Russia-Ukraine issue. We always maintain that all conflicts can be resolved through dialogue. We believe that there should be peaceful solutions to conflicts. India is always ready to help bring peace." The U.S. has dismissed the idea that BRICS could become geopolitical rivals, but expressed concern about Moscow's show of diplomatic muscle by hosting the BRICS summit amid the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. Moscow has steadily gained ground on the battlefield in eastern Ukraine, while strengthening its ties with China, Iran, and North Korea, three of Washington's rivals. The European Parliament EP has officially approved the European Union EU plan to use frozen assets of the Russian Central Bank in the West to lend Ukraine up to 35 billion euros, 38 billion USD. The vote in the EP on October 22nd saw 518 votes in favor, 56 against, and 61 abstentions. The EP moves to the final legislative stage after the EU governments agreed to the loan plan earlier this month. The special loan of up to 35 billion euros is the EU's contribution to a G7 initiative to provide Ukraine with up to 50 billion USD, about 45 billion euros to meet Kiev's urgent financial needs in its war with Russia. The special loan and loans from other G7 countries will be repaid from the Russian Central Bank's fixed assets in the West, which were frozen immediately after the fighting in Ukraine broke out. The new loan has no specific purpose, allowing Ukraine to allocate the money as it sees fit. You have just watched the English news on the Central Television channel of Đồng Nai Province. Thank you for joining us, and goodbye.